Co-Creation Residencies. Those are the future. I keep seeing more and more things about how we are going to be living in the next couple of decades. We're moving towards living in small, communal, skills-based, skill-sharing, residency, neo-monasteries, villages, tribes, whatever word you want to use, but really going back to Dunbar's number of about 125, 150 people that are living together, that are family. And so this is my version of that I am committed to living for the next year. At least, if not 3 or 5 or 10, and building and iterating. And so that is what is up. This video, I'm actually gonna have, hopefully I can get my video editing skills up to a place where I can also screen share and go through a 1-pager, 1.5-pager, cheating a little bit, of the overarching idea of a co-creation residency. And that's V1. And so this is like before I have even done it. So 1, feedback from you, the listener, is important. You are part of this. Co-creation this is not just my creation. I've done enough of that. I'm fucking tired of it. So I need help from you to help mold what, hey, like I see aspects of this can be really good. Oh, have you thought about this? What about that? It's like, actually, this is a horrible idea, Sai. Good, I need that in my life because I'm the ideas guy and many of them will not pan out, but I don't need all of them to pan out. Speaking of panning out. Okay, so the fundamental question of a co-creation residency right now is, what if 2+ people devote anywhere from a weekend to 4 months living together and creating together? What amazing creations can be birthed into the world? That's it. Simple. That is the overarching question that I am living by right now. So it could be a weekend, it could be 3 months, and or somewhere in between. And that's what I have planned over the next year. Some more in place than others right now. So that's the fundamental question. All right, so what is a co-creation residency? So there's 5 different aspects that really make it a co-creation residency in my eyes. And there may be more, there may be less, whatever it is. But right now, this is what it is. 1, you live together, right, in the same space, proximity. Proximity, proximity, proximity. What is it? Real estate. Number 1 value for real estate, location, location, location. So we need to live together. 2nd, we are creating together. So we're not just living together, we're not just roommates, we're not just glorified roommates. We are actually creating together, creating something. It could be art, it could be music, it could be martial arts, it could be dance, it could be a book, it could be using this piece of wood perhaps to create a table or a stump, a small nightstand, right? Shout out to Sawdust Coffee, where I worked for a few months and is connected to Musa Movement Studio, where they use so many like handmade wood objects for tables and seats and coffee stands It's all natural, and you can feel it, and you can see it. It's like, oh, this wasn't manufactured somewhere. This was one of one. So, live together, create together. The next aspect is, I don't have the sheet in front of me, so I'm doing it off of memory. Live together, create together, and on a shared mission. So a shared, challenging mission. So we're not just creating stuff randomly, but we are working towards a common goal, not just common values that we're living with, but a common goal that we're actually working towards, like this finalized output, an outcome of what we're doing. And I've talked about this before, but I'll mention it again. So it could be a book that we're co-authoring. It could be a play that we're producing. It could be a table that we're creating together. But we are working towards a mission, and we know when we are complete. To a mission, there is a finiteness to it that living together may not necessarily have inherently, or creating together, right? You can have co-working with people. It's like, hey, every week we're going to do this, but like those are sustained rhythms without a definite endpoint, and those are great. And there's a benefit to having a mission that you're completing together, and not just any mission. It's not too easy, but not too hard, right? It's a state of flow, but on a project level. So mission is the third thing. Fourth thing is money. Paisa. It generates income. So we're not just living together, we're not just creating together with a shared mission, but that end product can generate income in some way, and not just in a way that covers expenses. Like, yes, that's baseline, but also, can this book generate money for us as the co-creators? Can it go into a co-creation residency fund, right? Ooh, now we're talking more financial, bigger picture stuff. Can the tiny home that we built, can we rent it out? Can someone buy it? Right? That generated money. Can the documentary that we created on something, can that be $15 for someone to view? Right? So it generates income in some way. So it's not just a hobby and it's not just a passion project, but hey, this is something that generates income. And finally, what was the fifth one? Living together, creating together. A shared challenging mission generates income and skill sharing, a natural skill exchange, right? There's so many entrepreneurs who do trade of services these days. And I'm about to do one now too. And living together, if someone opens up their home, that's a part of it. They're opening their space, but now can we share our skills? So for example, I can teach someone writing. I can teach someone harmonium. I can teach someone the basics of Tai Chi. I can teach someone like all these things out there, right? That I'm like more than beginner at, like chess, right? And then someone else has skills that I don't have, like making shit, like plumbing. I know nothing about plumbing. I just hire someone. Or agriculture, gardening. I'm surrounded by it with people and especially with parents, but I don't really know anything about it. And plants, never really taken care of one in my life ever. like as my own responsibility. It's been like when parents are out, it's like, hey, can you water the plants? Yeah, sure. But outside of that, nothing. So that's the fifth thing, a skills exchange. I have skills that you can develop, and you have skills that I can develop. And together we actually become stronger individuals by learning those skills, and we actually become a better practitioner at those skills that we're teaching because we are in the act of teaching. If you want to learn, teach it. And it's not some teacher, student, like lecturer note-taking. It's like learning by doing. And you teach it, and you allow someone else to experience it, and that's how they learn. And then you allow them to teach, and then it's like, oh, here are the gaps in your understanding or in your expression of it. So those are the 5 things in a co-creation residency that is unique to those. Right? So you may say, hey, like there's existing things out there. Right? There's like cohorts that you can buy into. Okay, great, but usually you're working on parallel tracks. You have your own business, you have your own idea, and you're moving that forward. You're not working on a shared mission, right? You're not collectively working together to raise funds, perhaps, right? You have your own thing, own ventures that you're coming together for and working independently and parallel for. Okay, what about communities? Okay, communities are great because you come together, you maybe create together, but you don't live together if it's online, and even if it's in person, there's no shared mission. So same thing, no shared mission here, and sometimes there's no skill sharing either. And a lot of times the community itself doesn't generate income. You have to pay money to be in the community versus the things that you output creating income for you and the community itself. So there's all these different, and I highlight them in the doc, the one pager that you hopefully can see, but there's not any combination of this out there that hits on all 5 of these intentionally. And so it's like, part of it, it's like, why? What's the problem statement? What's the gap? And what I found for me is everything has become so individualistic. It's like, hey, you have emotional issues? Go talk to a therapist. Go work with a coach one-on-one. I need to do this on my own or with one other person. Hey, you want to live together? Or you want to, live somewhere? All right, find your own apartment or your studio. Right? Communal living, gone. You want to create something? Oh, let me write a book on my own. Let me create this song on my own. Right? All individualistic. Oh, you want to learn a skill? Okay, work with a teacher, work with a coach. Okay, fine, but then you're not learning in community. You're not able to share that gift real time as you're learning it, and that's part of the learning process. It's like, oh, you need to make money? It's like, okay, make money on your own versus being able to do it in a co-creation environment. It's like, hey, let's all build this. Yes, preach. We need to come together as a community and make money for the community and create these small local economies. And it's not extractionary, it's regenerative. And even, like, I didn't even mention this, but like supporting your own family. It's like, oh, you got to support your children, you got to support pets. Oh, do it on your own. You need to be healthy. Oh, go to the gym on your own. Work with an individual personal trainer. And it's like health is you know, and then it's like when you have health issues, oh, go to the doctor. It's like, yes, all those things are great, like to help fix, but I'm not in the, I don't want to fix shit. I want to create a new way where you don't have to fix stuff. We're just already as is. We're whole as is, and that's it. We're not trying to fix anything because nothing's broken. Like, I don't want to live in that world. So that's what these co-creation residencies are about. So going from this individualistic society into a regenerative, into a collectivistic society. So here's some guiding principles. Again, this is version 1, but these are some of the guiding principles of co-creation residencies in general. First one, 1 + 1 = 3. When you get you and someone else in the same room, magic happens. And the creation is the third thing that is there. So it's you as an entity, them as an entity, you collectively as an entity, and then the creation as an entity. So really 1 + 1 = 4, dude. So it's generative. It's super generative. And that's how exponentials work. But anyways, that's one. Second principle is that the creative process, when you create something, you as the creator change. It's like you are a fundamentally different person as a result of having created the thing. You are a different person. The person who wrote the book and published the book, me, last year is not the same person who is recording this video. And that's like a year ago. And you can use that principle even from yesterday. The person who is making this video is not the one that woke up yesterday, right? Every day changes us in some way. And it doesn't need to be huge changes that, like, you know, we're gonna like write about in some book or whatever. But we are fundamentally different person, and like all of our cells regenerate over 7 years. So it's like we are literally biologically a different human every 7 years. So like, and so the creative process is an extension of that. And then finally, we need to create in the context of a mission. So it's one thing to come to a co-working session and be working on like writing, and like those exist, right? It's like, yes, go to those. And when we come together to create in a shared mission, there is a sense of camaraderie that we have that only that group of people who went on that journey have, right? Same thing if you did an expedition, you did a 15-mile trek. It's like, dude, yeah, we went through the hardships, and like you climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. It's like, okay, yeah, like that bonds you for life. And that's kind of what like fraternity and sorority initiation and new member classes are like, right? You go through that process, and a lot of people say it's the most fun you never want to have again. Well, here, this is the most fun you do want to have again, right? And you can, because this is the vision. This is the co-creation residency vision and mission. So we need to create something in the context of a mission for us to feel that shared bond. It's like we did that together, and nothing, even if we never talk again, we have that bond for life. The cool thing is, going back to one of the other principles, that thing can generate income. Okay, so what's in it for you as a co-creator, right? If you are part of this co-creation process, there's so many benefits, but I just listed a few. One of them, you feel fully alive. You feel alive in what you're doing because this is what we were meant to be doing. You feel alive. You're not giving your soul, you're not selling your soul to some corporate entity that is making 4 times as much value on you as you're being paid. You are not logging off at the end of your Teams meetings and Slack messages feeling like I just put out fires all day, and then I need to unwind from that. I need to detox from all the bullshit that I dealt with on calls and in Slack messages and emails and fires and all this stuff. You feel alive because this is what you are meant to be doing as a human. And related to that is expression. You have so many gifts. I actually hate when people say, I am not creative. And it's not even like an annoying thing anymore. That's actually a blatant lie. And unfortunately, we've been conditioned out of believing that we are creative because we've been made into machines and robots whose optimization has been optimized for productivity. And hours in, productivity out. So when you do that, yes, these things that we allocate 30 minutes on per week, it's like, oh, I need to paint. Oh, I need to draw. I need to listen to music. I need to make music. Whatever that hobby is, it's been relegated to 30 minutes a week, dude. Dude! Your hobbies have been relegated to 1 hour a week out of 168 hours in a week. And you're allocating 40 to 50 hours, perhaps even more, to the thing that is sucking your soul. How can you feel confident as a human being in that? It's like, oh, Sai, I need to survive. Yes, which is why I'm doing it now, when I don't have these responsibilities. So when you say, hey, like, why are you taking the risk now? This is the time. This is the fucking time to take the risk when I have a higher risk tolerance, when there are no responsibilities in terms of people, like my direct responsibilities. Yes, there's people who care for me, like you. Thank you. And there's no partner. There's no children. There's nothing tying me to the city other than the amazing people, but I will get to experience amazing people everywhere. So this is the time. And so like, if you are also like kidless or partnerless, you are still whole. One, you are still a whole human being who is loved and is seen. And two, join me. And if you have a home, if you have a space, welcome us in. Right? And if you are the one who has the money, who has the family, who has the space, but there is no creative outlet, there is no creative expression, that's what I'm for. That's what people who have the energy, who have the effort, are willing to do. They just need that structure to be plugged into and emanate and radiate. Look at this golden hour. I am shining like the sun. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right, so full creative expression. And then we get to travel the world. We get to travel the country, we get to travel the world, new places, new experiences, new cultures, all of that. And then with the right funding models, which like I need feedback on, right? I need feedback on. And I've been getting in-person feedback, but I need your feedback online too. So leave stuff in the comments or message me individually, sai@saivasam.com, or DM me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Like, all the expenses are covered from a basic living expenses as well as anything that is Co-Creation Residency specific, right? Like maybe equipment, or like things that you may need to buy to create something, or funding to create a documentary, right? Or subscriptions to softwares, stuff like that. Another benefit is you make money. So it's not just covered expenses, but again, one of the 5 things that make a co-creative residency is it generates income. So like you get to make money along the way too, with the people that you made the thing with. And then you get to learn skills, right? You don't have to go to some, MOOC, some MOOC like Coursera or Udemy. Like those are great, but you're not learning in the context of other people and getting to share and express that. You create your own project, you create your own thing. But what if we had other people to create that with real time in the real world, not just digitally? So that is the vision. Those are the benefits as you, as a co-creator, as part of these co-creation residencies, can have. Okay, 4 ways now. If you don't want to be necessarily part of the co-creation, like creating the thing, you can still support in 4 different ways, at least right now from this funding model that I see. Right? And again, give me feedback. The 4 S's that I just came up with. 1, your space. So if you have a place, like open it up. See what happens when you get creative people into your place. It doesn't just need to be a nuclear family that lives in a house. It can be a village. It can be 1 extra person. Imagine how 1 extra creative person, how much life that can inject into the entire environment. Someone who can take care of life admin work. Someone who can help with like entertaining your child for 2 hours a week. That gives you that time to spend with your partner or go on a date night. Right? And that's just like admin stuff, like, right? And then imagine the creativity that comes with, hey, like someone who's really good at writing and can hold that space. Like, hey, it's like, wow, I didn't know I needed a writing coach or some creative coach that I can, that's literally living in my home. How blessed am I? Right? And like, it's not about me, but like each individual person, you have gifts that you can bring into a shared space. And so like, live that, spread that gift around. So space is the first S. Second S is sponsor. So you can sponsor our expenses that we have as co-creatives. Sponsor the daily expenses, right? If we have, software subscriptions, or if we're living nomadically and need Planet Fitness memberships, if we, living out of our car, for example, it's like, car insurance, health insurance, all these things that maybe you take for granted if you have a full-time job. But like, these are things that we need to pay for. So again, hopefully expenses are low when we're traveling and staying with someone, but there's still expenses, food, or whatever that is, right? Space, sponsorship. The third S is selling. So a product or the service, like the outcome and the output. Again, one of the main things that makes a co-creation residency that is there's a thing at the end, there's an output at the end. And you can purchase that thing as it applies, right? If it's like one tiny home, like if someone buys it, you can't buy another one, but maybe you can fund the next one, right? And there's more people, and like we have that skill now, right? If it's a documentary, yes, it's online, so then you can purchase it. You can pay to watch it, and we'll send the link, right? Maybe it's a book, and obviously you can buy that. You can buy that at scale, distribute that at scale, right? So sell the product or the service, usually a product, all right? That's the third S, sell. And space, sponsor, sell, and spread. Be a super spreader. Not with viruses and germs, but with the word, the good word. Spread the word of what we're doing. Social media, share about it with people that you talk with. Hey, did you hear about these guys who are doing this? Oh, I heard about like this cool idea that this guy's starting, but he's bringing along other people, and he's like looking for other people to like create with and travel around the country and perhaps the world and do these residencies. And like, oh, I feel like you'd be a good space for that. You have all this like amazing art studio vibe here at your place. Oh, you should like talk to them. Let me, I'll put you in contact, right? Whatever that is, spread the word, put it on your social medias, right? Spread the word. Talk about it in real life. Talk about it with your barber. I don't know. So, the 4 S's: space, sponsor, sell, and spread. those are the ways that you can support the co-creation residency model. And the last thing, all right, you invest and you support us. Okay, what's in it for you? And so again, so this is the part that I need help on to help flesh out. So the ideas that I have right now are calls. So you get to be on maybe monthly investor calls and emails where you get to be part of this creative process. Like, hey, we're working on this book that's about this topic. And since you supported us in some way, helping provide this software subscription to this book editing software, you get to be part of the call, and not like in a like a huge way, but like investors are to companies. And it's like, hey, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? It's like, oh, good point. Let's talk about that as an internal team, right? So you get to be part of the process. So like emails, so like monthly investor emails, like, hey, these are the things that all of our co-creation residencies are working on, right? Okay. So you get to be part of the process, calls and emails. Behind the scenes stuff. So it's like, hey, maybe stuff that is not put out publicly, but it's like an unlisted link, let's say on YouTube, and you get access to it. It's like, oh, you get to talk with like us behind the scenes as we're building the table, as we are creating the play, and you get to interact with a few people, like all the creators. So it's like behind the scenes access, and then also early access to like things that like the products or the service, the things, the outputs. You get early access to that, so then you can, instead of being on a wait list like publicly, it's like, hey, you're already on the list. You come to the movie premiere, for example, right? It's like, oh, it's like discounted, or it's like free or included. It's early access. And there's one more on there that I'm forgetting, but like all these are ways that right now that I can think of that you can support us, or like it would benefit you to support these co-creation residencies. So if there's more ideas that you have, like, hey, like I actually want this. Yes, I have 3 ears for that, right? It's like, hey, I want more. I want to hear all of them and more, right? So give me those ideas. Give us those ideas. Again, so this is not an individual journey. Yes, this is coming through me and I'm the one sharing it via my voice right now. But like, I'm so excited to be building whatever is in store over the next few weeks, months, and years with you. Not just a viewer, not just a listener, not just a follower, but a co-creative, as a co-creator. And that's what's most exciting for me. Not living in an individualistic society, but a collectivist co-creation society. So that's what I'm pumped about. This is a longer video, but it goes into detail of the one pager. Hopefully the one pager you can consume it in like 2 minutes and like understand it. This is the longer version. So think of this as the pitch / detailed pitch, investor deck, whatever, version 1. So give me feedback and see how you can support in any way. And then something else that I'm like putting out there to help support myself in this. I am a community manager, online paid community. So if you know of any online paid communities, like hosted on Circle or Heartbeat or Slack or Discord, that need help in some way, that the leader needs help in some way, I can provide those services on a monthly retainer basis. So putting that out there as well. But that also kind of aligns with like communities and co-creation residencies and all anyway, so pretty cool. Anyways, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching and listening to the end. Give me some feedback, give us some feedback, and more amazing videos of what we're building in public to come. Peace.